What's up, guys, and welcome to Mexico. Bienvenidos a Mexico, one of my favorite countries, a place I'm really excited to show you, a place that doesn't get enough documentation, enough love for being one of the best countries in the world to explore culture, to explore food, to explore the amazing world we have available to us. So, I'm on my way to Oaxaca. I started my day in Cancun, but I have quite a long layover, so I'm here in Monterrey, the capital of the Nuevo Leon state, which borders Texas just to the south. You can drive to Laredo, Texas, which is a border town, in just 2 hours from here. It's only 200 kilometers, about 150 miles. So we're really close to the US. Actually, ironically, it's really close to my hometown as well. So what is Monterrey known for? Monterrey is known as being an industrial hub, a pretty cool city with lots of culture, with really nice open parks. It's in the mountains, absolutely gorgeous, but most importantly, they're known for cabritos. It's a Nuevo Leon specialty, which is roasted lamb. So we're gonna get some of that, absolutely. We've got 2 hours to do it. Let's check out Monterrey. Bienvenido, bienvenido. So we're headed now into the Barrio Antigua, the ancient neighborhood, and it's where kind of like the story of Monterrey starts. But first, you can't talk about Monterrey without talking about Los Cerros, or the mountains. Look at these things, absolutely insane looking, and they go all the way around. This place reminds me a lot of Phoenix, Arizona, and actually a lot about my hometown, Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's got that kind of like Wild West spirit with a new kind of industrial city. It's got big mountains. The weather's super nice. I mean, it's sunny, not a cloud in the sky. And I'm very excited to show you guys what's going on in Monterrey. Some things to note about Monterrey and what people don't realize in Mexico is that they have some really livable cities. So this was rated, I think, the top 3 most livable city in Mexico. It's considered a world beta city, which means that it's rich in art, culture, history, and also development. The average person here makes $35,000 a year, which for Mexico standards is incredibly high, but also for world standards is incredibly high, which makes this city not only livable, as I said, but, you know, a nice place to spend time, and also, you know, increases the safety and security. So as far as being an industrial center, a place of business, Monterrey is also a cultural and historical city, kind of being one of the connecting hubs of the Spanish Empire, of the Mexican Empire, and of the Mexican state today. So they have lots of cool old palaces, some really nice Baroque architecture, and a lot of green space to go out and enjoy the day. The city of Monterrey has been inhabited, and they say that it is founded essentially in 1596. So people have been living in this valley, trading, moving goods, enjoying life since that time. And here you can see the most famous church in Barrio Antigua here. Baroque style, very, very cool. One thing I love about old Spanish places is they have these Barrio Antiguos, or also called Casco Viejos, old towns. And you can still see this kind of vibrant leftover stylistic moment that they have kept up from the Spanish colonial times. But in here in Mexico, they've kind of made it all their own, which is really cool. So here you guys can see, we've got these one-level houses, really, really pretty. We've got the wrought iron. Here you can see this is a really stylistic choice here in Mexico, the Spanish wrought iron. We used to have these on my house in New Mexico. And you can see how it kind of, you know, with the mountain, absolutely gorgeous place to be from. And guys, behind me, I have found the classic problem with Mexico. So here we have these beautiful historic buildings, beautiful, beautiful. This one's nicely kept, nicely kept. But then here we have one that they just didn't. And this whole end of the street here, they just kind of gave up on. It's super weird to see cities, you know, if they dedicate part of their time to making something beautiful for tourists to come visit, or just for locals to enjoy, and then they essentially just give up on part of it, which I never understood. That's how Mexico City felt. The city center felt very run down or neglected, you know, these beautiful old buildings that were built there. But yeah, you know, it just takes like a little paint to clean them up and it would be fine. It's not like the buildings aren't functional. It's just, I don't know, they just have a different way of looking at stuff. Reminds me a lot of Asia. I think Mexico and Vietnam, Southeast Asia have a lot of things in common with aesthetic, with food, with music, with you know, kind of the culture. It's actually a really weird overlap. I'd love to do a video about just that. One thing I love about surprise trips or going to places that you wouldn't normally book a ticket to, like I've never thought about coming to Monterrey, is you just get pleasantly surprised by things that this world has to offer. And I have to say, this is the most beautiful old town I have ever seen in Mexico. Granted, I haven't been to a lot of Mexico yet, but I'm astounded by the beauty of this place. They have really beautiful old colonial buildings, and they go this way, they go all the way back over here, they go this way, they go this way. We've got street art, we've got restaurants, we've got cafes. Really, really pleasantly surprised. What a wonderful place. And with the mountain in the background, it's so epic. This is an epic place. And this old town is huge. Obviously, I think because of COVID, it's a little empty, but in general, very, very surprised. Una sorpresa buena. Being from the southwest of the United States, I think it's a disservice to you to never come to a big city in Mexico, because a lot of the things that you see at home, whether you're from California, Arizona, Colorado, Texas, a lot of what we are and what our cities are today are shaped a lot by these Mexican cities, the immigrants, the people that come there, the food, the traditions, the culture, and also just the vibe. Like, you learn a lot about where you're from, why it is the way it is, because these places exist, and a lot of the people living in your place come from this place, and vice versa. So anytime you have a chance, go to a big Mexican city. It just might blow your mind a little bit. This place is absolutely gorgeous. We have these huge mountains. Apparently you can go to the top up here. It's a 2.5-hour hike. Absolutely great. And then this whole city sits in a valley. They've got really good public spaces in Monterrey. I'm really, really impressed. There's a bit of a river here. And here you can see this is the opening to the central part of the city of the beautiful church tower. You have this kind of new modern kind of architecture, I guess modern, modern a while ago. And you can see over here we have a bunch of colored buildings sitting in this kind of rift valley. So you've got a whole bunch of things, got a nice freeway, and these mountains just, they're really majestic. This is the end of the Sierra Orientales, I believe is what it's called. And it's a mountain chain that runs, there's two of them, there's the Occidental and there's the Oriental. It has nothing to do with China, and they run down basically the entirety of Mexico and kind of cut Mexico into two from the northern part. So this kind of, you could think of it as the super extension of the Rocky Mountain chain, but it has nothing to do with the Rocky Mountains, so don't take my word for it. Absolutely beautiful though, really, really impressed. What I will say about today is we don't have time to waste. We're gonna get some city tour in there, but if you can see the crown here, that is El Rey de Cabritos, the king of lamb. So we're gonna go see what the king is serving up. So this is the outside of El Rey de Cabritos, and here we have a bunch of spit roasted lambs. I hope you guys can see. They have a huge charcoal spit here, looking through the window. And you can see they have the lamb, you can see the lamb fat, they flay them, they put them on a beautiful display, spit roast them, and here they make a sausage out of the entrails. I hope you guys can see that. Absolutely beautiful. I'll see if I can get a better picture inside. Let's go eat some lamb. Let's cabrito it up. All right, I'm a bit of an idiot. It's not lamb, it's baby goat. So, cabritos. Here's our guy, El Rey de Cabritos. So when you come here, you can see here, they've got all the goats. And then, when you order, gracias. When you order, you can choose. You can choose the kidney cut, the baby goat leg, the goat breast, goat shoulder, pretty much any type of goat you want, they got. And they do make a sausage out of it. So this guy's got it. This is supposed to be one of the best places to try cabritos when you come to Monterrey. It's a little expensive. It was like $15, but you're getting rotisserie meat, probably a lot of it. And with it, you get salad, you get the two different kinds of tortilla chips. You've got this kind of harder one that they kind of char grill. This is just a normal tortilla. And then you got tostones, which are fried, I'm sorry, not tostones, totopos, which are fried tortilla chips. You also get two types of salsa. Salsa verde, green one, salsa rojo, red one. Easy, and some limes. Wow. Okay. Serio. Gracias. Wow. the cabritos are here and we have way too much food. Like literally a whole side of a goat. We've got frijoles with a spicy sauce that's like refried beans, salsas, we've got some side dishes, we've got some limes. Absolutely amazing. I think Mexican food, for me, is one of my top 3 favorite foods by far. Indian food, Mexican food, Italian food. If you think anything else, I don't know. Message me in the comments. What do you guys think? So we've got a hot plate here. We're sizzling. We're sizzling here. Look at the sizzle. So I think the only thing we can do now is give this goat a try. The guy said that this had the most flavor. He said if you want the flavor, this part of the goat was for you. Ooh, okay. How do we get in here? So here we have some goat meat. I don't know what you would call goat meat in Spanish. I guess cabritos. It's a little gamey. It smells a little bit interesting. I'm gonna try it just straight up and then we're gonna build our meal. Let's try it. One thing about goat, when you normally have it, it's super gamey. It's really, really chewy is the point. This is the least chewy goat I think I've ever eaten in my life. Really, really good, really, really flavorful. Kind of reminds me of roasted pork. This part has a lot of fat on it, which is nice. And I can definitely taste the sabor, the flavor. So now we're gonna construct our meal. We're gonna get a whole bunch of different things and we're gonna try some stuff out. So first we have these. Basically you just take a tortilla and you just throw it on the fire, and we've got some beans with some red sauce here. So we're gonna go for that. Absolutely. Okay. If you're from New Mexico and you've tasted New Mexico red chili, I found it in Mexico. I didn't think it exists, but it really, really tastes like red chili. This is like a red chili oil with beans situation. Absolutely delicious. For the pièce de résistance, the best part, I think we're gonna do a taco like the locals would. So we got our tortilla. Here we go. Get it all in there. I got a piece of bone, gotta get rid of that. Frijoles, beans, lettuce, the green salsa, boom, a little lime. Wow. Buen provecho. That's the one. Salty, gamey, super tender meat, spicy salsa. I love the salsa verde that they make with tomatillos, which are kind of like green tomatoes. I can show you guys a picture right here. And you got the beans with the sauce. Mexican food is so vibrant and so unique and so varied in flavor, so rich. The best cuisine ever. And I'm very happy I had this quick stopover in the city, Monterrey. If you're in Monterrey, come to El Rey de Cabritos. Good one. Gracias, amigo. Luego. Oh my gosh, guys. That was unbelievable. I've had good food in my day in Mexico, but the goat was just perfect, roasted. It kind of came with its own chicharrones, the skin crisped up on the outside. I mean, that was definitely a meal for 2 people. Couldn't finish it. 20 bucks. I mean, sometimes you gotta, sometimes you gotta pay for the good stuff, and that is what I would call the good stuff. So we made it. We spent our hour and a half here in Monterrey, little stopover. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We need to hop back in the taxi. I got a homie named Francisco who's gonna come pick me up. We're gonna head back to the airport and go to Oaxaca. So if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. We got lots of Mexico content coming soon. Salsa, tacos, chicharrones, carnitas, whatever you want, as well as cultura, políticas, everything, history, culture. We've got that for you on the channel. Hit that like button. We need the likes. Hit that notification bell, also super important. And we will get you more content from around Mexico and around the world. See you next time. Adios.